Madrigals are an extraordinary family. It all starts kind of with the matriarch Abuela, and through tragedy, uh, she and her family were given this gift. They were given this miracle, and so now each of the family members, when they turn 5 years old, they get given a literal magical gift. And so each of these family members have this special power. That is everybody except for Mirabelle, who mysteriously did not receive a special gift. But in working on the animation on these characters, it was really important that their magical gifts became sort of a foundational trait of how they moved and what their animation was. So, for example, Louisa has super strength. And so we wanted to be sure that in her movement, she has very strong lines of action in all of her poses, that she feels very grounded and so you can really feel that strong sturdiness. So she's not going to be tipped over or knocked over. And we studied a lot of athletes, especially there were some Olympians and female shot putters that have really amazing physiques, and just kind of watching how somebody with that kind of strength moves about and does normal tasks. And so that was really a big inspiration for every movement that Luisa did. Similarly with like Isabella, who is the golden child, and she is considered perfect in every way. We wanted her to be effortlessly graceful in every movement. So you will see very flowing lines of action in her poses. And when she walks, it's almost like she kind of floats across the screen. And in talking to our cultural consultants, we discovered that beauty pageants are actually a part of Colombian culture. And so there are some very practiced walks and waves that those ladies do. And so we thought, well, that would be a really good pairing for Isabella, because if there was anybody that was going to walk perfectly and wave perfectly, it would be her. Mirabelle and her animation style was one of the trickiest things to discover throughout this whole process of this film. And early on, we had a conversation with the directors about who is Mirabelle. And they described a girl who was unlike any other Disney character that we had done before. But also she is a part of her family, but she is not like any other member in her family. So they were emphasizing that you couldn't take any animation from another Disney character or from Isabella or from Luisa, from her sisters, and have it work on Mirabelle. So Mirabelle was unique, and she was very capable and yet imperfect. And so we, early on in the process, we started doing animation tests, as we always do, to help discover what are these characters like? How are they going to move? And with Mirabelle, we were really honestly struggling. We did a lot of animation tests, and we were showing the directors, and we're like, it's not quite right. They were great at sort of guiding us into this brand new territory that we hadn't been before. And some of the pitfalls is in making Mirabelle move imperfectly, she could come off as being just klutzy or just stumbling over everything all the time. And that wasn't who she was. And with her being capable, you didn't want her to come off as being almost like a superhero. That was a little bit more of Luisa's territory. So you had to find that right balance. And what it ended up being was, with Mirabelle, there's a little bit of a sense of improvisation into everything that she is doing. So she is kind of making it up as she goes. And the other thing that we discovered was that she is different, and her demeanor and her physical performance is different depending on who she is with and depending on the relationship she has with those people.